Hello, I'm Nan Simonson. I'm a whole food, plant-based, national board certified health and wellness coach. I work with a lifestyle medical practice called Blue Zones Health. We have gone national, and our doctors are either aiming for or are already national board certified health and, not health and wellness coach, board certified physicians, MDs, board certified in whatever other specialty they have. I have gloves on because I'm going to be using my hands to make this meal. You don't have to put gloves on. You can go al fresco, but I have my rings on. It's too hard to get the one ring on and off, so I just put my gloves on. Okay, what am I making? I am making vegan zucchini fritters. On my channel, my YouTube channel, I have one that Drina Burton made, and I was looking back at it. I think it was 2-3 years ago I made it, and I made it again and again, and for some reason I just kept going on to new things that I made and forgot all about it. But in my notes I said this was so good, I made it again and again, and finally made double batches, etc., etc. Well, this is a different one. This one is from Jill Dalton of the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, and I believe she produced this recipe and the video for it, which I'll give you a link of, in 2021. It's been around a long time, but for some reason I caught it again. It looks really good, and I thought, I'm gonna try this. And what I do is I try things and I bring you along with me. I'll try something in a cookbook and I'll bring you along with me. Dinner, my husband gets home from work in about half an hour, and I'm going to do this for dinner, even though it takes 20 minutes to cook on one side, 20 minutes on the other. I can do other things in the meantime. So what this called for was three cups of shredded zucchini. It also calls for a cup of shredded carrot. And I did all this the old-fashioned way. I didn't pull out my food processor and get all that messed up. I just used a grater. Grated my carrots, rinsed it, then grated the zucchini. The carrot was about one big carrot, but that is relative. It's a relative term. And I weighed, though, the zucchini, and I say it's about a pound because I used part of it and shredded it, and then thought, oh, I forgot to weigh it. And so I took the similar one that came in the package, they came in packages together, and sort of extrapolated. But it's about a pound of zucchini. And shredded for 3 cups. Put them, I love this. It's OXO, I like the brand, but it's silicone. And the reason I like it is that I can put hot liquids in this, as you can with silicone up to 425 degrees. But I packed in the zucchini, packed it into 3 cups, and then, per Jill's instructions, put it into a nut bag or just a tea towel, and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed until I squoze it down to about 2 cups. I didn't know it was. I just kept squeezing until I just wasn't getting anything more or much more. And it is. It was at 3 and now it's at 2 cups. It may be just a tiny bit more, but I was going to use it no matter what at that point. One of the things I do with this is I make Tammy of Nutmeg notebooks, oat groats, and I make them once every week, sometimes every 2 weeks, depending on how often I'm having oatmeal in the morning. And that calls for 3 cups boiling water, and so it's easy to fill my kettle and then put the 3 cups of boiling water in that to 2 cups oat groats, and cooks 5 minutes, let it sit around for a couple of hours in the Instant Pot, and I love the oat groats I get from it. You can find that on Tammy at Nutmeg Notebook, oat groats. Okay, so I have 2 cups of zucchini, 1 cup of shredded carrot. This is so nutritious. And I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of red bell pepper, 1/4 cup of sliced green onions or chives or red onion, And we have to get things more congealed, let's say. I have flax meal here for flavor. We have dill and smoky paprika, and then also to get it to hold together, I have cornstarch or arrowroot. Mine happens to be cornstarch, hers was arrowroot, and some turmeric. It's all in the recipe. And then I'm adding Bragg's liquid aminos. That is her salt substitute. You could use tamari, you could use soy sauce, you could use salt. And she doesn't use salt, I do use salt. What we both don't use is additional oils. I have juice of a half a lemon. The recipe called for, I believe it was a tablespoon, and or is it 2 tablespoons of lemon? No, a tablespoon. Okay, now what I'm going to add, I'm going to go ahead and first mix this while I'm touching anything else. I'll do it this way. And then what I'm going to add to it is some pepper, about a half a teaspoon of pepper, fresh ground. Love the smell of that. I've had people ask me what brand this is. It's S-A-N-G-C-O-N, and it uses a mass of AA or AAA batteries, I think 6 or 4 or something like that. But I just love it because push it on and it grinds pepper, and then I have one for salt, and it lasts with those batteries last a long, long time. Or is this one? Oh, I said that wrong. I have one that grinds my Nigella sativa that uses all those batteries, and just turn it upside down actually, and it works. This one, you can see, has the little hole in it that we put a charger in, so that one is rechargeable. That's pretty nifty. Okay, now pièce de résistance. Instead of using wheat flour, no, because some of you are gluten-free, including me, we are using chickpea flour, and that allows for more protein, more fiber. 1 cup of chickpea flour is, well, let me put it this way, 1/4 cup is 5 grams protein. So 4 times 5 is 20 grams of protein in this 1 cup of chickpea flour. 5 grams of fiber, same thing. This is loaded with fiber and protein. And we have the zucchini, and we have the carrot with its carotenoids. Now I'm going to do what Jill recommended, and that is just have at it. I'm going to probably make 10 of them, but we'll see. Oh yes, as she said, you've got to get your hands in there. I can still feel the moisture from the zucchini. Carrots are not exuding much, but you know what zucchini can do. It can leap and leap and leap, but I really like this. But remember, we've got the cornstarch in here to hold it together when it bakes, and the flaxseed ground, otherwise it doesn't do much of anything. All right. Make sure I have everything from the sides. I'm baking it at 400 for 20 minutes, flipping it over. Got to get the moisture out of there, and baking it another 20 minutes. And then I'll bring you back to show you. I'm going to be serving it with mashed potatoes that are on my channel, and they are mashed potato. It's actually cauliflower and potato. Potato is begun in the pot, then the cauliflower is put in after 10 minutes, and that cooks about 10 minutes. drained, and then the water from that goes into a blender with some cashews, and it makes a wonderful cashew cream that then turns the mashed potatoes creamy and absolutely delicious. Okay, I think that one's way too big. Let's see, they're going to be a little less than a ½ inch tall. I'm going to steal from this one. I may keep you with me just to show you what we're ending up with. That, I think, is what I'm going to do. Otherwise, we won't have enough. Recipe says makes 12. I saw her video, and based on what she was using, it was about 10, and I don't think I would want them any smaller or any flatter than that. And they could be larger. You could make them the size of a hamburger patty and make them into burgers. They would be a wonderful burger. I'm always looking for great plant burgers. And because of the chickpea flour, this has the kind of protein that you would find in a bean burger. And I just read what that amounts to. Okay, I think this is going to be it. So I have 8. Yeah. Anything less than this, I think they would have been a little bit too small. And yet in her video, they looked perfect. So we'll see. What am I going to steal from for this one? All right, so I will be back to you. Take a little from here too. And I'm going to flatten them out to make them, as I said, a little bit less than a ½ inch. We don't want them too tall, or they're going to be too moist inside. Oh, I like this. This looks great. And then we're going to have mashed potato. The cauliflower mashed potatoes, those have a wonderful flavor and a nice consistency. So these will be kind of crispy and very flavorful. And I'm going to be serving over the mashed potatoes some vegan chorizo, soy chorizo, and leftover from last night, collard greens. Collard greens cooked with onion and garlic and lots of flavor. So all of that will be a beautiful meal. See? All right, I will be back to you. All right, I'm back. So these beauties, just came out. They are on parchment paper, and it makes sense that you either use parchment paper or sill pads. Look at, they're crispy. They're marked on that other side by what happens with parchment paper. They're beautiful. I haven't taken a bite yet, but I will. And I love them at this size. I'm going to show you what I'm about to do. We are going to dine, and I'm using leftovers. I mentioned I had some collard greens that I cooked with garlic and onion. If I'd had mushroom, I would have put mushroom in there. I like it that way. And cooked it until they were tender. And this is what I'm going to do. I added to the collard greens, I had a little bit of chorizo left. So I added it to the collard greens. And I had left my mashed potatoes. I wish you could smell these. Oh. And so our meal will consist of mashed potatoes, which are basically almost 1/2 cauliflower, very creamy and very rich flavored because of the cashews. I think my husband can easily eat 2 of these. I think he'll probably go for 3. The collard greens, so we've got some greens here. We have the spiciness of the chorizo, and I love my vegan sour cream. Jill Dalton has a recommendation with her recipe to try her, let's see, hemp ranch style dressing. So I made that to try it, and I'm starting this way and we'll see what I decide to do. Anyway, thank you for staying with me. Doesn't this look wonderful? And I hope to see you again. Again, I'm Nan Simonson. I am also an author of Aging Powerfully, which I wrote to celebrate turning 70 because as a lifestyle medical coach, I know what can be done when we put lifestyle first and forget medicine unless we really need it. Lifestyle pillars will take us a long way. I am now 75. I wrote Aging Powerfully, The Journey Continues, to celebrate turning 75 stronger and I think healthier than I was even at 70. So woohoo! It's the food, it's the lifestyle, it's having a great time with life. And I want to thank you again for being with me. Have a great day. I know I'm going to. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.